everyone.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome to Anything Bagel podcast.
Yes, we are outside today.
We are outside today.
It's glorious.
In Michigan.
Yes, in dresses.
Yes, imagine that, huh?
It's like,
it's a whole thing. So,
Michigan is full of new life.
Yep, it is full of new life. And yes, so we are glad you are here on Anything Bagel. I'm Liz, and this is
Danielle.
And we are, going to do our usual.
Our ritual. We talk about anything on this podcast.
That's right.
Anything that comes out of this hat.
Anything that comes out of that hat. So if you have a topic or some crazy thing or some serious thing or some whatever thing that you want to talk about, we can throw your topic in the hat. Mm-hmm. Just let us know in the comments
and it can be
totally random.
Yep.
Yeah. And we will discuss it.
It could be the grass is green.
It could be.
And we will find what to talk about.
We will. We will.
We have no problem talking.
Right.
So
yes.
You wanna get started?
Yeah, we can get started. All right.
We think it's her turn to draw.
You
guys will have to be the judge on. We're not sure.
Because we're not sure. And you can let us know if it really was supposed to be Danielle's turn to draw. And all right. Here we go. Okay. Got it? Oh, it's a long one.
No.
Okay. All right. It says, stop being addicted to busy. If the devil can't make you bad, he'll make you busy.
I like this.
All right. So that's a good topic.
I love this.
All right. Sometimes I have to leave them out for a minute and just, stop being addicted to busy. I was just saying to somebody today, do you ever feel like you have everything all going on in 1 week that just, everything, every single night you have something going on and you just feel like you're on the go, 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 go. And it could be good things.
Do you think we bought this for a reason for the both of us this week?
It could be because we both have that kind of week. And some of mine isn't all necessarily work things. Mine isn't necessarily work things. That is all what's keeping me busy, even though it is my super busy time. I mean, some of it is other things, enjoyment type things as well.
Yeah.
But trying to fit them all into one life,
Yeah, and I think this is really important because busy equals distraction.
Mm-hmm.
So usually if there's something you need to be working on or that you would prefer to be doing, your ego and the devil will just keep you busy thinking you're doing more meaningful things, thinking you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it'll just keep you busy so you don't have time to learn, grow, focus on what's important.
Right.
So it'll keep you busy.
Sometimes we do that unintentionally, like you said, with the ego, because there are certain things that we want to do, but one is maybe we feel guilty doing it. So our ego might say, well, we'll just be busy doing other things so that, we don't have to feel guilty about doing that thing. Or sometimes we're afraid of being successful at something. So we never are really going to get started on it because what if it takes off? What if this? Or what if I fail? I mean, it can go either way.
Yeah. So I'm going to stay busy doing all this other stuff because I don't have time.
Mm-hmm.
So then I don't ever. Yeah.
Right.
I like this one because we read The Power of Now too. Mm-hmm. And it really be where you're at with what you're doing.
Right. And I think sometimes that because sometimes we don't know how to say no, or we overestimate. That might be something better to say.
Yeah.
That overestimate everything that we can do and that we can fit in, that sometimes we're unkind to ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we take on too much in too many days. And like I said, it might not necessarily all be, work related type things or chores or even the good things.
Negative. Yeah.
But sometimes I have to say to myself, wait, you know what? That's just really too much for one day.
Yeah.
And even though I want to say yes, because it is something that I would like to do, what's the kinder thing to do for myself?
I've done this, and unfortunately and fortunately, I think I do this with you the most when I'm like, I can't come over tonight because I just need a nap. And that's like the let them when I'm like worried about okay, should I go do this or should I go do that? And it's like, it's not like, what do I want or need? Mm-hmm. It's not what other people, because my brother doesn't watch this, but I did bail on my brother a couple weeks ago and I slept but it bothered me. It took me a long time to come to that because I was just so busy and I was just I can do that. I'll add it to my plate.
Right.
Add it to I would have loved to, would have been busy and it would have been still probably a good time. But it would have kept me busy for several days in a row.
It would have just been too much.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. And sometimes it's kind of neat. Sometimes when you'll message me and say, you know what, I just kind of need a, I'm not gonna be able to tonight. I need a whatever. And oftentimes it'll come and I'll be like, oh, that kind of works. That kind of works for me too. And sometimes it's a gift to somebody else as well.
Yeah.
Or let's say somebody asks you if you can do something and you've got so much on your plate, and would it really be better for you to try to schedule that with them maybe at a different date when you're not quite so pressured, because you'll actually enjoy yourself more participating in whatever that is, even if it's just a dinner.
Yeah.
If you have so much going on, you're not going to be able to relax into that as much.
Yeah, and you'll be able to give 100% if you're like, I want to do this, it's important to me, but maybe right now it's not the right time.
Right.
Maybe I need to reschedule.
Right.
I really have a hard time doing that at work though, because I can do it. And I don't know if it's just like the way I was raised, but like I can do it, so I'm not gonna like ask somebody else to do it.
One of the things for me at work is if I can get so busy that just responding and reacting to things that you never get a chance to focus on any one thing and try to feel like you can complete something.
Yeah.
So I've tried to recently get back to where because email for everyone who works in an industry where email is bombarding you all the time can be a major busy thing. It's busy work. It's busy reacting. And so I've trying to get myself back to where I pick my 3 major focuses of the day. Those are my top 3, usually date driven.
Yeah, that's good.
And then, I can check my email in the morning. I can check my email in the afternoon. I can check my email before I go home. If somebody can't wait that time period in between,
they'll probably call.
That's
so good. See, maybe I needed to hear that.
And I talk about that a lot, in the office about, okay, I got to get back to my top 3. And so I do that. And I have a little, like notepad. And this notepad over here has the list of everything. Things. But if I have this by date so that I know what needs to come first, then I can just pick my top 3. Yeah. That way I can set aside in my brain those other things. Yeah. And focus my attention right there. And it feels so good when I can do that.
Yeah. You know what I did the other night? And I know you do this too because we've talked about it too, but I could not sleep because of everything that was racing in my brain of the things that I had to do. And I don't know how many times my inner self was like, you need to go journal. You need to go journal. Mm-hmm. You need to go write this down. And I finally was like, fine, I'll get up. And I started writing it down and you feel so much better. Right. And I think like seeing it too, like you can prioritize like your top 3 or like, okay, these are all my dreams and goals. I'm getting there. I'm working on this. Like,
yeah. I think
we are so busy.
Mel Robbins that talks about doing the brain dump. And that's something that you could do like, every week. Like Sunday night, sit down, dump it all out of your head onto a piece of paper. And then, try to narrow that down, because there's no way that you are going to get to everything that is dumping out of your brain. Sometimes you got to look at it and say, okay, what is going to be the thing that is going to bring me the most like movement forward or most growth or
if you're having a lot of anxiety and you write down like all the things that are giving you anxiety, you can pick like this one is really giving me, I need to fix this one. And that will free up like so much brain space to focus on the next thing.
Or you designate a time. These are the things that are causing me anxiety. Yeah. I'm going to designate some time on my calendar. Yeah. And that's when I'm going to focus on that thing and try to brainstorm some ideas or journal about it, meditate about whatever it is. Yeah. But that way it's not constantly ruminating. Because you'll say to yourself, wait, I don't have to think about that right now because I have that on my calendar.
Yeah, for Thursday. Yeah.
I'm going to do that Thursday morning.
It's such a sad and a shame because we've also just been accustomed to being busy in America. We've talked about this before, like being accustomed to working so much, and like so we always add way too much to our plate, and we're not giving 100%, which then like sends into the spiral of like you're not doing what you could be doing, and your kids are getting half of you. You're getting like when you go out to dinner with your friend, they're only getting half of your attention. Yeah,
and that's a good way to look at it. If I say yes to this? Am I going to be giving half of myself, or will I be able to give my whole self to it?
Yeah.
And if we can't, answer that at least I'm going to get close to 100%, that maybe that means that I need to think about trying it another time. Usually, most people are willing to, if you say, I can't do that today, but could we maybe do that next week?
Yeah, I like that.
People are okay with that. We just have to be honest about it.
Yeah.
And
Hold on.
we have a dog. We have more than one dog. Yes, we have dogs running around. Yeah, life happens here. Life happens. Yeah.
And
It happens to be Danielle's birthday. Happy birthday
Thank
to my
you.
beautiful niece. Yes, so we are having some family come over in a little bit.
Yeah.
Life will be happening.
And speaking of like what you were saying, like, am I going to give half? Like, no is a full sentence. I think that seems to be a really thing. Like, no is, you can say no.
Right.
You don't, and I worked on this too. You don't have to have a reason. You don't have to have, we are adults. You don't have to explain. I can just say no because I just want to say no. Yeah.
Right. We can be polite about it. Yeah. You can say what you mean without being mean. I have a friend that says that a lot. You can say what you mean without being mean. But it's not being mean if you tell somebody, you know what, I would love to do that, but I have such a full week this week. Could we plan on doing that next week or in the next couple weeks?
Yep.
There's anything mean about that at all.
Yeah. Or if it's like a project and you don't
taking care of yourself,
do it, you can just say no because I can't give that 100%.
Right.
Or no because that's not aligning with me right now. And that's okay. And I think if everybody like gets more comfortable saying that. I mean, most of the time people are understanding. Of course, like especially at work, well, and anywhere in a relationship, I think they will understand when you say no because I'm not going to be able to give 100% to that.
Right.
So
yeah, and there's some things obviously in your job and your work that you don't get the option of saying yes or no to. But if there are things, taking on an additional project and you're at a space and place in your life where that's just going to put you over the edge, being honest about that. But then if you do find yourself in a place where it does work out, then you do that as well. But.
And listen to your gut. Like if it doesn't feel right, probably you probably shouldn't commit.
Right. And we don't have to answer yes right away.
Yeah, wait and sit on it.
Can I get back to you on that?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
There are lots of different ways that we don't have to be so reactive.
Yeah. And we should take
our answers.
Like the Rachel Hollis book was like taking things away instead of adding to your life. Right. Like if you're already busy, maybe you should evaluate what you need to get rid of.
Right.
What needs to be.
Because if you find yourself saying no to things that you think you really would enjoy and like to do, but because you have so many other things going on, like you said, you evaluate that and figure out, okay, do I have some things that I could let go of that would make more space for this? Or could I figure out how to schedule my time differently so that I can make space?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is a good one. And it's one that, stop being addicted to busy.
Yeah, and it really is true. Like, the devil will keep you busy. If you're constantly feeling busy, I think it's good to ask yourself and sit with it. Like, why am I always busy? What is it distracting me from?
What is it keeping something?
Yeah, yeah. Am I avoiding something?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good one, and something that maybe people could comment on if
are
they
you
have.
busy?
Yeah. Are you busy? Do you know why you're busy? Are you good at letting yourself rest and relax and just do things that you enjoy? Yeah. And then if not, take that time to think about it. So yeah. That was a good one.
I like that one.
I like that one too.
I feel like we both, like I said, I think we got that one for a reason.
Yeah, we probably, yeah, definitely. And there's different times in life too, where we are going to be busier. And actually I know somebody that's getting married, and that's obviously a very busy time in your life, and it's just so much additional stuff going on in your life when it's already, you have a lot going on and you have to offer yourself some grace and some time.
Yeah, and just know, like, maybe if you're going to plan for the season of busy, when it gets to this point, though, I should feel not so busy and stressed at this time.
Right.
And if it doesn't, then we need to check in, and maybe you need to, after a wedding, you should feel better. Or if you get through this busy season in this quarter, because this quarter is usually a busy season at work.
Right.
But you start the new quarter, what didn't you get rid of that you should have?
Right. That's good. Yeah, good way to look at it. Yeah. And knowing that when we are going through those times, when we do have those extra things going on, that it's okay to say no to some of the other things that come along. And it's just a lot of it comes down to offering ourselves some grace and space. Grace and space. Saving time in your life. I always hate that, you hate to think that you got to schedule everything in life.
I know, I struggle with that.
Scheduling some fun, good things.
Yeah, date yourself.
In there is good.
Yeah.
That's right. Date yourself.
Yeah.
Have time with friends. Time with family.
Exercise. Make sure.
Yeah. Trying to live a life that is, because if all you do is wake up every day and go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, another day. I'm so busy and I have so many things. And
if that's what you focus on, the world keeps giving you busy.
It will.
So
we attract what we, we are going to.
So if you're constantly.
And believe me, as someone who, I'm not like late in life, but I'm getting a little later in life. Life goes by fast. It does.
Yeah.
So believe people when they say that.
Yeah.
It goes by fast. And, But,
All right.
Well, on that note,
I think that was good.
It was good. And we do have some family that's going to be coming over tonight to, we
should have done a community roundtable podcast on something.
We could do that. We could still do that. We could record another episode and
put people on the spot.
We could do that because that would be fun.
Yeah.
But we do enjoy our family time getting together. So
we get together more than the average.
We do.
And I didn't realize that, but I love it.
And we laugh a lot usually when we're together. So that is very good and time well spent.
Yeah.
And
I usually joke that we'll celebrate or throw a party if somebody takes a crap. Because I didn't realize not every family gets together all the time. This month alone will probably be so many times. So it's
we have a lot of birthdays this month too. So.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Caleb.
Yep. Ashton's next week.
Oh, Ashton's next week.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe there's
Who else?
more in there, but
yep.
So
there's more.
May's a big birthday month. So yeah. And Mother's Day was this month.
Yeah. We just had
lots of family time.
We'll make up any reason to get together.
We try to figure out how to schedule that in. So tonight we said, okay, we got a podcast, but we also need to have family come over.
Yeah. And we won't regret that, I don't think.
We will not. No,
so,
it won't.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful. What month is this? Beautiful May Day. Yeah, we were just talking about being May.
Mayflies are hatching.
Yeah, shrooms were popping. I didn't find any, but they were. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on Anything Bagel.
And we will talk to you next time.
Yeah, we would love it if you would subscribe, and share. And if you subscribe, then you will get notified when our podcasts enter out into the world. So
you can always unsubscribe if you don't like it.
Yeah, but we'd like you to stay and give us a topic that you would like us to talk about.
Yeah. So all right. Put it in the hat.
Yeah.
Okay. See you next time.
All right. See you next time. Bye.
PBS Kids.